We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau.
Let's go, come on. Right. 319!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
The first carry here for Tanya Montgomery. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Hey. We got three down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
That's fine.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And that is incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Darnold. Oh, look at that. A diving catch. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Crowell. And he's got room. He's got the 1st down and more past the 40. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
On 1st down, Darnold. That was complete to Tomlinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Here's Darnold. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Green Bay Packers coming back out here on offense. It was kind of an interesting sight. You were telling me about it. Green Bay played at Oakland last week in the preseason. Of course, Jordy Nelson now is with Oakland. But it was Aaron Rodgers throwing him passes early on in warm-ups, right?
It was. You know, a lot of those guys have that pre-warm-up where they go out and throw it around a little bit. So the old teammates in Green Bay reunited. Nelson came out and caught some passes from Rodgers. Rodgers didn't play in the game. And then to flip it over, Derek Carr, the starting quarterback for Oakland, his target at Fresno State, one of his best players, Devontae Adams now with the Packers. So he tried it over and reunited with Derek and threw it around a little bit. So preseason, guys get along pretty darn well.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay 1st.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl.
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, 2nd quarter. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Hurry up.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
That's fine. Yeah. So, hey, let's go. Come on.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That's fine. Yeah, let's go. Hey, check 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
Here we go now.
that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, got a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run with Corral. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
No, the easy answer is nothing because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So, for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Packers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pushing through the contact. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They go again with Powell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Watch it now, Barney!
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On 2nd down, Montgomery. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Muhammad Wilkerson elevated a tempo program that was looking for players like him, and he's carried that on into the NFL. What a terrific play there.
Yeah, a nice tackle for loss for the former Temple out, as you said, and the 30th pick in the 2011 draft. Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Leopard! Leopard!
On first down, it's Darnold. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. And Darnold just beating the play clock. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And it's hot Clinton Dix with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, his goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
41.6 million minus 200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt, his foundation, and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Darnold. A screen complete to Crowell. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell, 47 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing out. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. first down is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Draw play. Rodgers to Montgomery. A pretty nice gain there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Terrence Brooks with a pick, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Hurry up, here we go.
A first down carry now for Brown. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Let's go. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down is Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
319. Now, Liz.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
319.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now on fourth down, honors the punt team, sending this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On play action, Rodgers. Inside here, it's Graham. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start this with a run for Powell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Tremont Williams, a veteran corner there on the stop. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Back to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll bring this one inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. Darnold now to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Packers get set to go. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Rodgers now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Rodgers to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Now a handoff to Corral. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Josh Jones in on the stop.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Darnold. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
On the run, it's Corral. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now let's go!
On 2nd down, Darnold. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
To throw is Darnold. He's got Curse. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open. complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.